Afternoon everybody. Right, slightly different bike again. 1200 RT from BMW. Just done a set of brake pads on this one on the front. So just check that they does work. Now the RT is a servo assisted bike. So you have got the ignition off. Brakes will not work. They will work a little bit but not a lot. So make sure you've got the engine running with the RTs because they are servo assisted brakes, and it does tell you that on the little sticker there. So we've put a brand new set of front pads in this one for the customer. Now one thing, if you happen to own a BMW RT, here is a little pointer for you. Now BMW on their forums suggest do not use EBC brakes and discs, so don't use the pads and discs from EBC. So under advisement we went to our parts supplier and we got TRW pads, so fitted discs and pads in TRW, and customer was saying that the front end, the ABS was reacting to it, so it was very on the brakes. So we changed it up. We spoke to obviously our parts supplier and they said no, TRW is the recommended pad for BMW. And I'm right, okay, fine. Well, it doesn't like the TRWs. It's something to do with the braking system. So we put it on diagnostics, went all through the bike, absolutely no codes, no faults found. So it's got to be the pads and discs, because that is the only thing that we have changed to make the bike run differently. So I've got to remember now that it's indicators the other side with the old-fashioned BMW controls on this one. So we started off and we got our parts company to send us EBC discs on TRW pads. So tried it, still doing it. In the end we ended up with cancel that indicator, there we go. We ended up with EBC pads and discs, and it run absolutely fine, which is what we've got on it at the moment. So EBC discs on the front, we've just put a new set of EBC pads, and now when you touch that, oh yes, they are really aggressive. That is nice. Stops on a 60 pence, as they say. So all good. But yeah, just be aware if you've got an RT, make sure you check the spec on your bike. Now obviously we could have gone BMW and used them ones, but obviously BMW parts and spares are hellishly expensive. EBC do the job, but they do eat the pads up pretty darn quick. And obviously the customer uses this to go backwards and forwards to London every day, hence why I'm sitting at 50 mile an hour, taking it nice and steady. But just be careful, obviously if you do get a brake issue, check that you've got the right discs and pads. Now a lot of people love EBCs. I've got them on the Tiger. I've never had a problem with EBCs. TRWs, don't know, because we don't use them that often. We tend to use either Brembo or the cheaper version, obviously your EBC. But stops on that. Oh, look at that. Can-Am. That is nice. That's going to be my next one when I can't hold a bike upright anymore in my 70s. I ain't that far off now. God, Jesus. Only another 9 years to go. Or 10 years to go. 9 years next year. And obviously today, while I'm doing my test ride, I am home early today because I'm going to get out of the garage as quick as I can at 6 o'clock. I am out for a meal with Mrs. B. Reason being, 24 years ago we had our first date. We held hands, we went up the fair, and in the Wild Mouse ride, there was a little tunnel, we had a quick kiss and cuddle in the tunnel. And off the back of that, we both ditched our partners that we were with at the current time. So, oh yes, naughty RB. But 24 years I have now been with Mrs. B today, and she's an absolute godsend. She puts up with this stuff. She hates bikes, but she loves what I do, and she's behind me 100%, and that is the type of woman that you want. So I wouldn't change her for anything. So thank you, Mrs. B. Love you to bits. And thanks to all the motovloggers today that obviously saw my Facebook post. Well done, RB. How the hell has she put up with you that long? I have absolutely no idea. But test ride's done for the customer. The RT is good to go. Look at Rocky out on the yard. Doesn't he look good? Loads of bikes. VFR's now finished. We found that. Massive wiring error. Vincent's terrain is there. Right, I am going to think about this. I am going to put the RT here so that the customer can come and pick it up straight at my MOT bay. Nothing like getting his bike nice and clean for him, because obviously Paul spends a lot of money with us. So there she is. RB has finished the test ride. Paul's bike done. RT 1200 and EBC on it, guys. So just check your spec when you're putting discs and pads on any bike that you got the right one. There's all the used bikes out there. We shall be back again on another test ride in a few hours. Till then, be well, ride safe, and from RB, it's a big goodbye from me.